This is so bad that I decided to make a video about it on Thanksgiving. This is how bad it is. I've watched many videos of it, and I just can't seem to wrap my head around it. And I've seen a lot of things about it, and I just cannot seem to wrap my head around it. And it is about Joey Logano winning the championship in 2018. And for some reason, this season, the world's just decided to let everyone know how much they hate the playoff format, even though it's been the same playoff format since 2014 and has produced as many quote-unquote undeserving champions as any format ever has. This is the chase format we're stuck with. I don't like it. I will deal with the champions it gives. If someone wins the championship, once again, I've said this in every championship video, if someone wins the championship under this format, I will not take it away from them. It is their championship. They won it under the format. Everyone races under the same format. No one gets the advantage. If anything, Logano had a disadvantage because of the playoff points he didn't have that Harvick, Truex, and Busch had up until Homestead, and then those guys didn't perform. Once again, it's a bad format to have, but it's what we're stuck with, and it's something that you have to deal with. You can be mad about it. You could say that you don't like it. You could say that we need a change, and if you're outspoken against it, maybe if enough people are, it will get changed. But otherwise, if you're mad that Logano won the championship over the big three, grow up, because at this point there have been so many champions that did not deserve it that I can list them all off right now, and you will probably think, what? But it's true. This season alone, if you think about it, all three didn't really deserve the championship. Brett Moffitt in the 16, right? He won the Truck Championship. He won 5 or 6 races in the season. He finished 5th or 4th in full season points. Nowhere near the front. Sauter had it covered, and he won the championship. No one was mad about Brett Moffitt winning the championship, even though he was as undeserving as Logano was. Tyler Reddick was 200 points behind. He wins the championship. Everyone got mad about that. Then Logano wins the championship. He was 4th. He was basically with Truex the whole season. I would say he was 3rd or 4th best all season long. He wins the championship. People get furious. More mad than they have ever gotten over this format. I think when Kyle Busch won the championship in 2015, missing a third of the season, people weren't this mad over it. I'm serious. I think when Kyle Busch raced 2/3 of the season and won the championship, people were less mad than Logano being the 4th or 3rd best driver all season and win the championship, which is, in my opinion, completely childish. Because first of all, if you think Logano didn't deserve the championship, I don't think anyone but Truex under this format deserves this championship. That's what I'm saying. Kevin Harvick in 2014, he didn't deserve a championship if Logano didn't deserve it. In 2015, Kyle Busch didn't deserve it if Logano didn't deserve it. In 2016, Johnson definitely didn't deserve it if Logano didn't deserve it. Yet, in 2016, when Johnson won the championship, no one was bitching and complaining like fucking child if Johnson won the championship. No one was complaining at all. No one was mad whatsoever. A fucking grown-ass man-child wasn't sitting in the back of his car complaining about Truex losing the championship, how Logano was a piece of shit little, I mean, God. So, I don't even know where to start. It's just that people are taking it way too far. I hate this playoff format. I always have. I've always said it. I've always said how much I hate this playoff format. I've never liked it. I think the only time I said I liked it was before it was even in play. In 2014, I was like, I'll see how it works. When it didn't work out, I was like, okay, this is kind of stupid. Okay? I've never liked it. I'm still not an advocate for it. But at the end of the day, that's how we crown a champion. If you win the championship under it, you are the champion. There is no way to change that. You cannot be like, well, it's just shut up about it. It's over. It's done with. It's over. The 22 won the championship. He won it fair and square. It may not have been fair under some, traditional format, but under the format we're in now, it's fair and square. He earned it. He was the best at Homestead. It might not be the best way to crown a champion once again, but he earned it. I've seen so many videos where people have been complaining about Logano winning the championship, and I would say most of that is because of Logano. That grown man child I just talked about, yeah, you know why he was complaining about it? Because Martin Truex Jr. is his favorite driver. And you know what? He hates Joey Logano. And you know why he's complaining about it in the backseat of his car yelling like a fucking 3-year-old? Because he's mad about Martinsville when the 22 did a bump and run, a classic racing move, and in a video where he literally explained what a bump and run was back in when Cindric wrecked the Kaz Grala a few years ago, right? He made a video explaining what a bump and run was and what a dump and run was. And a bump and run is clearly you push the driver up the racetrack and that driver doesn't get spun out or out of the race. Well, guess what? Martin Truex Jr. still finished third in that race, you fucking man-child. God damn it. Grow the fuck up, you fucking asshole. Come on. That's, I think this could be the most, rage video I've ever had. Because, and I don't like doing rage videos because, in my opinion, that's just a good way to rake in views and be like, oh, look, I can put a mean face on, start yelling in front of my camera in the backseat of my car. No, I like to, give everything a fair assessment. But my God, I've just seen too much of it. I've seen so much of people mad about the race. They said, well, the season was good, but it ended on a horrible note because Logano won the championship. The race sucked because of that. Are you serious? 22 lead changes, which is tied for the third most in Homestead history. Yes, Homestead history. This race, this season, is tied for third, only behind 2011, the best Homestead race, and 2007. It's tied with 2013, one of the best Homestead races, and 2010. 22 lead changes. Okay, 22. That's a lot in this day and age. You have 22 lead changes in a race. It's a pretty darn good race. We saw comers and goers. We saw a last lap stage, grab or whatever you want to call it. We saw multiple grooves working. We saw short run versus long run. And then when the sun went down, cars changed and you had to adjust to that. It was a great race overall. And people are mad because Joey Logano won the championship and they don't like Joey Logano. That's literally the only reason people are mad. If Martin Truex Jr. won the championship, no one would be complaining at all. Okay, I'm serious. Last season, when Truex won the championship, that same person who was complaining about Joey Logano winning this championship was not complaining about the format at all. Maybe it's because it actually produced the real champion, or maybe it's just because Truex is his favorite driver. If Truex wins the championship this season, do you see that same guy complaining about the format? You do not, because Truex, he wasn't even close to the front two. But since it's his favorite driver, he doesn't care what the format is as long as his favorite driver wins. He should be thanking the format because his favorite driver had a shot at the end. Martin Truex Jr., under any traditional points format, would not have had a shot at all. Not even close. It would have been Kyle Busch in a runaway. And he still hates Kyle Busch more than he hates Joey Logano. I don't even know at this point. You have other people complaining, just mad. Homestead was a good race, and it's being overshadowed because everyone's mad about Joey Logano winning the championship. I used to hate Joey Logano. Back in 2014, 2015, I could not stand him. Here I am now. I've accepted that he's a talented driver. People still can't get over that. They still see him as a little rich, spoiled kid. Yet he still runs very well. He's on par with his teammate Brad Keselowski. He's won a championship. He's won races. What more do you want of him? He's proved his talent. Like, come on, grow up, people. It's 2018. Oh my God. Can't make anyone happy. And then this is another thing, right? The big three. People are saying, well, this is unfair since one of the big three didn't win. Yet the whole thing in the summer was, I hope the big three doesn't win this championship because they bored the season. And now they don't win the championship, and people are mad they didn't win the championship. I bet if Harvick wins the championship, oh, boring season. I bet if Kyle Busch wins the championship, I hate Kyle Busch. Like, hello? What do you want? Hello? Like, what? And then this also goes into the thing of this format, it wins, right? Wins are all that matter. People are saying Kevin Harvick won 8 races in the season and didn't win the championship. Why should wins matter when crowning a champion? This is what NASCAR has been stuck into. In 2003, Matt Kenseth won 1 race and won the championship. You know why? He was the most consistent. That's how it should be. Ryan Newman won 8 races that season, but had like 8 DNFs to go with them. So that's why he didn't win the championship. He got like 6th in points that season. And since people associate wins with championships, NASCAR put in a system where wins get you a championship. And people got mad over it. But yet the people were the one that wanted the wins associated with championships. Right? Yep. Okay. Good. And then this playoff format, Kevin Harvick, I think, got like 5th in full season points in 2014. Kyle Busch was top 20, I think, at best. In 2016, Jimmy Johnson was like 8th or 7th. In 2017, Truex was really the only real champion. And then this season, it was Kyle Busch in a runaway. Even in the Xfinity Series under this format, you have Elliott Sadler. 2017 and 2016 was a complete runaway for the championship. I think he was like over 100 points last season, had William Byron. Didn't win the championship, Byron won the championship. No one complained at all that Byron won the championship, even though Sadler had a 100-point lead over him. No one complained that Suarez won the championship in 2016, even though Sadler beat him in full season points. Why no one complained? Because they like those drivers. One driver that everyone hates. I mean everyone. I've barely seen any positive things about Joey Logano since he's won the championship. Everyone hates this guy for no reason whatsoever. I really don't understand why people hate him. I don't know if it's the Martinsville thing. I don't know if it's something that happened like 5 years ago. But I mean, like, come on, man. Like, get over it. I still kind of dislike Kevin Harvick, but I don't throw a fit when he wins a race. I don't get in the backseat of my car, press record on the camera, and start yelling with my face red and saying, I'm done watching NASCAR. NASCAR is dead. This is it. This is the worst season ever. Yet, just after Chicagoland, oh, this is the best race, maybe those like great races that we had, like, both the Bristol races and Martinsville and Chicagoland and Watkins Glen and the Roval and all the other races that were good, they don't apply to this season apparently because Joey Logano won the championship, so the whole season is fucked up. Like, this is the most mad you'll ever see me in one of these videos probably because of people. It's not even because of a race. It's because of NASCAR fans on the internet. Okay? Jeff Gluck's poll is something I really want to talk about. It got like a 68% yes rating and a 32% no. I want to know why. Because the other two Homestead races that have been polled are 2017 and 2016, both of which have over 80% yes votes on them. Okay? What was so special about 2016? Right, there was a late race caution, which shouldn't have been a caution. A car literally brushed the wall, and they threw a yellow for it. On the ensuing restart, Edwards got dumped by Logano. And then Jimmy Johnson stole it to win his championship, his 7th. Why do you think it was like so much? Because there was fake entertainment at the end. That's the only reason. If 2016 went green to the end, we would not be talking about that race at all because it was a snooze fest pretty much the whole race. 2017, what was so good? Truex won the championship. That's what was so good. A feel-good champion. That is why that race was ranked so high. Then you get to this one, Logano wins the championship, and people are pressing no because it's Joey Logano. If Truex wins that championship, I bet that yes vote is a lot higher because the race was good. It was better than most of the Homestead races I've seen. I think the only Homestead race that could top this one that I personally have watched is 2011. And that was probably the best Homestead race ever. So, I mean, I'm mad. Like, I'm really mad. This is just something that I feel like is just, it's blown out of proportion, man. I mean, god dang. I don't like the format at all. I've accepted the champions under it. People are getting really mad that Logano won this championship. Kyle Busch, when he won the championship, once again missing a third of the season. I don't think it got this much hate. Honestly, I don't remember this much hate after Kyle Busch winning the championship, and that says something because Joey Logano raced the full season. And it was the 4th or 3rd best all season. So I mean, he earned it under the system. He may not deserve it under a different system that is maybe more traditional and more fair. But he got it under the system that he was supposed to get it under. And that's that. So, yeah. That's my rant. I just wanted to get that out. Because that's something that I really just didn't find right. You got people yelling about it, saying they're going to stop watching NASCAR, NASCAR is dead and all that, and this is the worst season ever, and that was the worst race of the season. Like, come on, people. You guys are children. Grow up. Accept something for once. Like, my God, I can't even. I mean, that it just hurts me. That's all I could say. I may not agree with everything NASCAR does. I don't agree with the chase format. But in the end of the day, come on. Come on. Would people have really liked it if the Big Three won the championship? Probably not. They probably would have been complaining. So is it the format, or was it the driver that won the championship? You decide down in the comments. Did you like the format before, and now since Logano won it, you're against it? Did you never like the format? Where are you fine last season because Truex won the championship? Because there was no mention of the format last season. That's it. My little rant is done. I thank you guys for watching. Maybe there'll be some more news later on. I know I'm definitely going to do a, counting down of the how I rank the races from this past season. So that'll be out at some point over the winter. So I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next video.